How are you doing?
Great, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Carla. Now we are in all our platforms. And if you are joining us and you will have to leave soon, or you think this information might be used by someone you know, please go to our YouTube channels. This information is recorded automatically in Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And please share those links with anyone you think will benefit from this.
100%, 100%. And this information, honestly, is gonna be gold for those ones who are thinking to make a move on 2024.
Yes, yes, that's right. So, because we had a very uncertain times right now, we wanted to touch base a little bit here and recapitulate what has happened and what will happen and exactly where we stand in terms of how can you get ready, how can you prepare to buy or not, because the decision is yours, but while you're informed, that would be the best you can do. So if you're a homeowner right now or a prospective buyer anywhere in Canada, you might be wondering what the future holds for the housing market because news have been all over the place. So you will be asking, will prices continue to fall or will they rebound? Will interest rates rise or stay low? Will demand go faster than supply or will new homes soon the market increase? These are some of the questions that many are asking as they face uncertainty in the real estate sector right now. So I just want to mention that the Canadian housing market has seen a lot of turbulence in 2023 due to the rising interest rates, the cooling of the housing demand, and the tightening of mortgage rules, right? For those who have been following, you basically that's in a nutshell. And I just want to mention to you that the Bank of Canada raised its overnight rate 5 times starting July 2022 in increments that could have been from 0.25 to 1.25, making borrowing more expensive and reducing affordability for many potential buyers like yourself. However, I would like now to ask Carla how she sees all this part of the interest, the complications. It is very complex. The mortgage industry. I would like her to explain to us what can you expect and why you should be entering the market now, or at least getting ready.
Yes, yes, exactly. Okay, so um, everything is a cycle, right? The economy, it has its own cycle. So when the interest rates were low, the inflation started to go up, and then as the inflation went up, the there was a point that the rates have to go up so the inflation could come down. So that's why the Bank of Canada started to increase its rates. There was many factors other than only the pandemic. There was other factors like wars around the world that affect um, our inflation. And now that the inflation has come down and the interest rates are up, but for example, the fixed rates started to come down. Because remember, the fixed rates don't follow exactly the same pattern as the variable rates. They have its own way to go. So variable rates depend on the announcements of the Bank of Canada, while fixed rates depend on bonds. So if the bond market goes up, interest rates go up. If the bond market goes down, fixed interest rates go down. What is happening right now in the bond market? Well, um, back in October, November 2023. So only a few months ago, the bond market was as high as 4.4%.
Mm-hmm.
That was the highest rate we experienced for many, many years. So actually, interest rates were pushing between 6%, almost all the way to 7%, depending on the length of the the term that you wanted to go. So, long story short, the the bond market has started to come down throughout November, December, and part of January. On January, when the United States announced that their numbers, they realized that instead of having um, a recession, they were actually having other numbers that were increasing the economy, such as their sales. The sales from 2022 to 2023, it increased by 6%, which is a huge amount, given the fact that, even though the interest rates were up, still they managed to get their sales ahead. Now, what also happened was that they had a very high number of new hires, and
Mm-hmm.
that caused the unemployment to go down instead of up. And what happened in Canada? Exactly the opposite. So for us, our sales were down by 0.2%. It wasn't a huge amount, but we could see that we were on the right track to get the numbers of inflation down. Same as unemployment, we didn't have as many unemployment in Canada, so everything stayed pretty steady. Now, because the United States are our friends, neighbors, and is like almost brother and sister, or brothers, or whatever you want to call it. We are very, very close to them. So whatever affects them is gonna affect us. Whatever happens there is gonna have an effect in the Canadian market. So, given that fact, that's why our bonds went up. So, for how long we can expect for this to keep going? In reality, we don't know if it's gonna keep going up. Many people say, this is like more wishful thinking, that really, like, it's not gonna keep going up, as it doesn't have a good foundation to keep going up. But at the same time, you know what? We have a pandemic, and nobody knew that we were going to have a pandemic. So at this particular time, I don't wanna do any speculation on when the bonds are start to go down again. At the same time, what I think is going to happen is that is gonna just have a longer we're gonna have a longer term of fixed rates, which means that if we were thinking that it was gonna happen on April, it might happen more towards mid end of the year, instead of the beginning or second quarter.
Very, very nicely done. I love how you touch different bases, indicating that what's happening here, specifically in the real estate market, is not isolated, right? It has many variables why things happen and why they have happened the way they have. So, on the other side, I also would like to touch base what's happening to the houses per se, right? So,
Yeah.
so the demand for housing, as you know, also softened, and some buyers decided to wait on the fence for more clarity and stability in the market, which might be coming right now. So, looking ahead to this year, 2024, most analysts expect that the Canadian housing market will recover gradually, as well interest rates stabilize, and two, the demand returns. How come? We're going to elaborate on that. For instance, CREA, which is the Canadian Real Estate Association, forecasts that the amount of homes sell will rise almost 14%, 13.9% in
Wow.
2024 nationwide,
Or
and
nation.
and the average home prices will increase 4.7%, also nationwide, by the end of 2024. And for those of you who have seen our live from a week ago, we even shared some graphs from Rally Page from
Watch
Phil
it, please.
Soper.
Watch it. It's such an interesting one. You have to go to our YouTube channels, please. Carla Vadillo Mortgage, Carla Vadillo Mortgages or Elisa Homes. You have to really watch it. It's one of my favorite lives that I had with Elisa, and we've been doing this for uh, 2 years
Yeah.
or more than 2 years now. And to be honest, it's mind blowing what all those graphs say, because it's
Yeah,
exactly what is happening right now.
yeah,
And even though nobody has a crystal ball, I think the rationale behind those graphs is pretty accurate. So please watch
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Talking about it again, right? The main reasons for this optimism that we are actually getting somewhere, that the market is not going to be crashing, are what we already are seeing happening. Is starting to happen. The improving economic outlook, and two, the bottled up demand from buyers who delay their home purchase in 2023. They're coming out because they feel more confident about it. So basically, this forecast is based on the assumption that the Bank of Canada is done with its interest rate hikes, and that its key lending rate will stay at 5-ish over the first half of 2024. And as we mentioned before, if you are thinking about purchasing a home, but you are not quite ready now, but you think it's going to take a couple of months, do your pre-qualification anyways, because
Yes.
they will, Carla, and the financial institution, they will honor,
Give you
they
four
will
months.
they
4 months,
will
guys.
they will honor the interest rate you can lock right now. If the interest rate increases again, and if the interest rate decreases, they will use that lower
The
interest
same.
rate, so you are
Yeah.
not losing anything. And especially now that the housing market, it's there's not many houses out there, really. I mean, the inventory is so low, so you can be pre-qualified and really wait and watch until the house you really want shows up, and you'll be ready with all your paperwork. You will know that you can
It
actually
only
afford
takes
that
that one
property.
house, right,
Yes, only the
Elisa?
one. You will know that you will be able to afford that property, and basically you will be able to jump in instead of starting from scratch as soon as you see the house, because frankly this process takes time, especially for you when you have to put together all the documents. And the demand for housing, well, as we mentioned, is likely to rebound as buyers regain confidence and take advantage of lower home prices and more favorable mortgage rates. And I'm going to repeat it. Yes, we have lower home prices right now, and the favorable mortgage rates are already on its way. So why not get ready and start your process? What is the first thing you have to do? First is to get pre-qualified, and you
Call
don't
me.
have. Yes,
The
call
first
Carla.
thing is call me. We take care of
Probably,
it.
probably you want to put your Calendly down there in the
Yeah.
line, so people are able to reach out to you. Well, I also want to just mention for you to know the new listings have been dropping fast, and we know that on 2023, and are currently they are at a 20-year low in Canada. 20-year low. So creating a severe imbalance between supply and demand that could push prices higher and erode affordability even further. So it is speculated that at least for the first 2 or 3 quarters of this year's home prices should not abruptly increase. So get ready. So get ready and get pre-qualified for a mortgage and your affordability, just in case your dream home shows up. Right, Carla?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? one of the things that I notice is that sometimes we have to wait 1, 2, 3 months, call it, the down payment, the income, the credit score. But at least when you put your foot on the door, when you call me, I can prepare you and I can tell you, you know what, we have just to tweak a little bit of the things that you are doing, because sometimes, trust me, sometimes, especially with the credit score, there are so minimal things. I recall this case that I was um, helping a client. Her credit score was lower than 600, and I told her to do a strategy. I promise you that after a month, she was ready. Her credit score was ready, and we were able to get her a very, very, very good rate. And are small things that really make a difference. Open up your options, and also saves you money. So is are those little things that I want to make sure that you know, and we are ready for Elisa to fight for that best home for you.
Literally, right? Because we
Yeah,
might be expecting also in the second half of the year a little bit more bidding wars than we have now.
yeah,
And again, yeah, Carla mentioned to me, asked me this earlier tonight, and I mentioned to her, yes, she listened something in a podcast, and I mentioned to her, yes, we have bidding wars. However, it depends on what micro niche you're talking about and what kind of property. So if you listen, if you hear anything in the news, in the radio or on TV, in your favorite podcast, still, in spite of that, reach out to your professional, reach out to your real estate agent, reach out to me, reach out to Carla, and we will be able to help you exactly in that micro niche and give you information or what's happening exactly in those markets. We can give you historicals, the trends for that specific market, so you can make your decision or whether you're going to buy there or you're going to change in a different neighborhood, or if you want to wait for another month or so. But you'll be pre-qualified, so you'll be fine.
exactly, exactly. Yes, it's a very interesting time, guys, for people to enter into the market, because the prices are lower, the interest rates are higher, but with the right strategy, we can meet halfway. And remember, once the price is up, like, there is no way that you're gonna get that money back, right? On the other side, through the interest rate, when we have a good strategy, at the end of the day, the interest rates in Canada don't last 25 years or 30 years. They are only temporary, and we can have a good strategy for you.
Yes, absolutely. And now I would like to also talk about sellers. But first, I would like to summarize what the buyers have to watch, taking into account everything that you have explained to us today, Carla, right? So, for you as a buyer, to help you navigate the market uncertainty that we are living right now, here are some tips for you as a buyer. Monitor interest rates. Interest rates are expected to start decreasing around mid 2024, impacting mortgage cost. Two, consider variable rates. Okay, because many people are fixated on the fixed rates. Explore your options, and once you reach out, you will be able to receive different options, different strategies for different banks that you would like that you would like to consider that is attractive to you. Because as rates begin to fall, variable rates might become more attractive, offering maybe potential savings depending on the timeline and other factors that you might consider. Another point, grab your opportunity. So the slow real estate market right now in early 2024 could provide a really good deals in terms of the value of the home that you are purchasing, especially for those who do their homework and due diligence and get their pre-qualification done. you'll be ready. And then prepare for the competition, because anticipate that increased buyer activity, especially in the second half of 2024 of this year, right? Probably will show more bidding wars, and then the prices will be a little bit higher, and so on and so forth. So really, I think the golden pocket right now is the first and second quarter, like the really, really golden. It's all, even though people tell me when is a good time to buy, when you're ready, whenever you're
Exactly.
ready. However, if you think you're getting ready, just go out there and reach out to the to Calendly, that Carla has posted out there, and reach out to us, right?
Yes, 100%, 100%.
Now, if you're a seller, also it's very important. Please go out and sell your property. The inventory is so
Yes, the
low.
inventory, the inventory. Please increase the inventory.
And I understand, because many people who are selling their homes
They want
are
to get
selling
a
it because they
better.
want to buy another property. And that was the predicament, right? If I sell now, there's nothing I can find to purchase, there's nothing out there for me. But what has been happening, we have been following the older strategy where everything was boom, 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 going fast. You can get into a new property, but now we need to change the strategy. So now, for you, to help you navigate the market
Yeah,
uncertainty as a seller, so here goes the point: understand the market dynamics, get a little bit more informed. The market may stabilize without a surge in sellers, potentially maintaining the stable prices for your home when you decide to sell. Price um, price your home competitively. It's essential to set a competitive price of your property to attract buyers, especially now in a balanced market. We have talked about that before. Where is a balanced market, a buyer's market, or a seller's market, and what kind of different strategies you can use for your house to be successfully sold. And then, not the last one, but you know what? Practice patience. Okay. The market could take time to pick up, requiring patience for the right buyer. And for
and
that,
and and the right buyer, and for the buyers also, you guys
yes.
have to be patient
So
because
stay informed on rate trends. That is very
oh, a
important,
hundred
even though
percent.
if you are not going to be the buyer, because changing interest rates can affect the buyer demand and influence your selling strategy. Again, changing interest rates can affect the buyer demand and influence your selling strategy. So also stay informed on the rate trends. Both buyers and sellers should remain adaptable and informed, as the market can change rapidly right now. And this approach will be key. Again, it will be key to navigating the GTA here in the Greater Toronto Area housing market in 2024. Again, for those who are watching this from the different provinces, I only can talk about what's happening or will happen in the GTA. Carla, on the other hand, he can help you in any corner in Canada. So also stay tuned with her.
Thank you so much, Elisa. Thank you. Yeah, no, gold um, messages. Thank you so much, Elisa. Truly appreciate all the insights that you always bring and all the tips for all our viewers.
You're most welcome. And we have reached the end of our transmission here. And I'm just going to ask Carla that it's your turn to pick up the topic for next
I
week.
know, I know, I know, I know. I'm gonna have stay tuned, guys. Yeah, like she dropped the ball on me, and now I don't
Yes.
know what to say.
Unless unless
Joking.
you write a question right now there for us, and we will be very happy to elaborate on that one. So we
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
to
yeah,
think what
yeah.
to
A
what to
hundred
jump in.
percent. If you guys wanna know, like elaborating on one topic, definitely we can make sure that we um discuss that topic in our life. Yeah, but in the meantime, yes, I will make sure that you guys know the topic for next week. And thank you so much, Elisa. I truly appreciate all the insights. And yeah, remember, everything starts with the appointment. So book it, okay?
Yes.
We want to make sure that you're a homeowner this 2024. Or if you are thinking to upgrade also, or do anything, even if you just want to inquire anything about a mortgage, I'm here for you. I My goal is to make sure that you have the right information tailored to your needs, and um, Elisa will make sure that you get the house or the property that you really, really want here in the GTA. Thank you so much, guys, and have a really lovely night.
Thank you, Carla. See you next time.